Welcome to the totally first ever stream. As soon as I make those other ones private. Howdy, my name is OldTimer, or OldTimerVT. If you've seen me before, that was probably a dream, because this is the first time I've been here. Hello. My name, yeah, OldTimerVT. I've already said that already, right? Yeah. You have to forgive me. The brain doesn't work quite so well as it used to. But sort of to be expected, 79 years on. As far as an introduction goes, I am possibly the oldest VTuber around, I think. We'll find out. There might be a 1,000-year-old anime girl out there, but probably not the wrinkles that I've got. Maybe rather than saying I'm the oldest VTuber, maybe I'm the most wrinkly VTuber. This might be a way to look at it. But this is the first stream we've got, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic day, week, year, month, decade, millennia, however it is. My day, just to fill you in, because it's very important. If you ever talk to an old person, and you are at least listening to one talk, and going to Gamma a lot, but we're talking right now. One of the most important questions that an old person loves to answer is, how are you? Because usually, how are you is just a generic greeting. How are you? Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself? Yeah, good. That's usually how the conversation goes. But when you ask me, or any other old person, it's going to go very differently. Because we love to tell you how we are. We love to tell you all of the new ailments. Whatever joint is hurting this week, it's top of the priority list. So let me tell you about today. It's cold here. I'm in Australia and there's just a cold breeze going through right now. It's a freezing winter. I think it's a total of 16 degrees. I'm sure that's not very cold for other countries. But I don't care where you are. Once you're old, it's cold all the time. Well, too hot, too cold. There's never just a good temperature anymore. You get too cold, the joints seize up, the muscles don't want to work. It's all a lot of work. It's all a bit much. So that's been my day. I've been huddled up inside. I'm double jumping up now. Actually, I have got an Udi. If you've ever heard of Udis. And this is on top of a jumper. That's how cold I am. As you can see, here I'm not wearing an Udi. This is but a digital representation, surely, of what I actually look like. And this is just where we're going to start. So, in true VTuber fashion, I believe we love to do what is called a PowerPoint for the debut stream. But I'm a much more modern lad than that. PowerPoint was for the 90s. It's Google Slides now. Google Slides is where it's at for me because PowerPoint costs money. And money don't grow on trees. This will be one of the themes of how the OldTimerVT streams are going to go. I should have been retired a long time ago. I'm 79. You should hope that you're retired by this age. Because I certainly am not. I'm beyond ancient. Beyond all time. And I should be sleeping right now. But instead, here I am, late at night, drinking my focus tea. It's got the word focus on it. Hopefully that means actually keep to task. And remember probably what I'm doing here. That may or may not go very well. We'll find out. Because so far, I think I said I was going to start a PowerPoint a while ago. I think I've introduced myself at least twice. That's already a pretty good memory to remember that I've done both of those things. Maybe it's just the nerves. You think you don't get nervous after being around for 79 years, but nerves are all about fresh experiences and just, not what you're used to, and feeling a bit uneasy when it's something new and different and unusual. And I'm sitting in front of a computer, streaming on the internet. I mean, as far as a 79-year-old goes, that's about as new and unusual as it can get. So, let's actually, what are we talking about? Debut stream? Let's get into that debut stream. Let me see if I can actually find the correct buttons. Now, this is the toughest part of them all. Finding the right button. Oh my god, would you look at that? I actually have the right buttons. There we go. There we go. Look, you can teach an old dog new tricks. It's a really slow process. It's one of those things that you remember being really just, your mind's flexible and young and just learns new things really quickly. You know, you can read a book and digest it and learn it so fast, and then you repeat it and just, you know, things skyrocket. And then you get old and suddenly the focus is gone. It's the focus that kills you. Tell you what. Okay, where were we? Speaking of focus, I believe I was going to do this Google Slides rather than the PowerPoint. Fancy Google Slides. Debut stream, OldTimerVT, that's the name. VT for VTuber, which, as I said in my short, is a pretty new thing. Let me just get rid of that. Bye-bye. How do I delete these things? Delete? See, we're going to have some teething problems straight up here, aren't we? Delete message. Does that work? Hey, there we go. Spam straight away. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the first chatter I get. Spam. Even and this is going to be another thing that you think old timers like me, we fall for spam all the time. Hopefully, I'm a bit more tech savvy than the average old timer. That said, I mean, I should be retired, so maybe I'm not as tech savvy or as unspammable. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Debut stream, OldTimerVT. This is version 0.1, not version 1.0, not version 2.0. Definitely not version 2.0, but it's not version 1.0. That's the big thing. As you can see right now, I am just a lowly little pngtuber. And all I do, I can do this one, and I can do this one, where I talk a lot. That's about it. A little bit of a bounce in there. That's about it. Hopefully, one day, I'll be a real boy and upgrade to a 1.0. That's future plans. For now, 0.1. That's where we're at. Okay, let's get on with it. Well, what else can we yarn about? That's me. Look at that. Look at that handsome fella. Look how long my legs look. I mean, a lot of people lie about their height. Sometimes you don't realize you've lied about your height until you see yourself again from afar. This is all the work of suspenders to make it look like I'm quite tall. A little bit of lift on the shoes, that helps a lot too. Makes the legs look great. And the pants are up way higher than you think. You can just really pull them up, makes your legs look super long. Gives you an impression of height. A false impression, mind you, but an impression nevertheless. All right, let's get you some stats. Who am I? What am I about? OldTimerVT is the name. How old am I? 79 years young. Younger than presidential nominees, at least in America. Which I thought I was old at 79, but apparently you can run the most powerful country in the world at this age. So I've still got aspirations. So 79 years young. It's not over yet. There's always something more to do for sure. Birthday, yes. 12th of February 1945. It's ancient. You don't even need to worry. There's a 19 in front of that. It already makes me older than probably like 90% of Twitch or YouTube. Pretty sure most, what are we up to, 2024? Pretty sure most people would have a 20 in front of their birthday. But not only do I have a 19, but it's not even 1990, not even a 1980. It's way in the past. Way in the past. Well before computers. Profession. Wannabe retiree. You would think at 79 that I would be retired. I thought so too when I was young. I thought so too when I was... When I say young, when I was 60, I thought I would be retired by now too. That feels young now. It's a long time ago. But unfortunately, here I am, unretired, still working, and at nights, I'm just going to relax by having a chat to people on streams. And maybe having some interesting experiences. Height. How high am I? Shrinking. That's the fact. Whatever height I was, it's no longer. It's all gone. The spine's all bent. The neck's lower. I'm pretty sure any cartilage I had propping me up, that's gone. Gone to smithereens. To shreds. There's nothing left. It's just all compressed into one tiny little package. If I look tall in that image, that's fake. It's fake news. It's because I'm not standing next to anyone. When you're not standing next to anyone, you can lie about your height. Yeah, I'm 6'5". Yeah, whatever. It's what everyone says, right? Anyone on any sort of social media or politicians, movie stars, you just add 3 and 4 inches to your height. Yeah, sure. Let's say 6 foot then. If I'm adding 3 or 4 inches. Shrinking. Weight, skin and bones. Yeah, there's no weight here. It's all fallen off. You just you can't even stomach a decent meal nowadays. Just doesn't work anymore. You feel full after a few bites. It's not one of those things you'd expect. And the muscles, there's no muscles here either. I try my best with a walk, but not always. Languages, English. English is the main language here, and in a mumbled form. I'd say don't blame me, blame my parents, but it also blame me, because I've tried to articulate, and it's just not for me. I've done practice being very articulated. That's not a word. Old people make up words. I should add that to language. English, mumbled and imaginary. Because that's where it's at. If I mumble any words, I apologize in advance. It's just probably how I am. Please ask me to repeat stuff. If there was something you just didn't catch, I will try my best. The Australian English plus what I already speak just normally, I always speak a little bit too fast. Plus the fact that I've now gone and just destroyed my throat by being old. Yeah, the clarity might be gone. I apologize in advance if it is. Oshimark. Apparently this is a thing. And also tags, OldTimerVT. I don't expect anyone to be watching. I am flattered if anyone is out there. I know, so I've talked to the man upstairs and he said that these VTuber debuts, they're very fancy, lots of pomp and parade, but that's usually with these big companies and usually probably with a model that can move left and right. I didn't even have a toggle to move left and right. I don't have a button. I can do this and I can talk. That's about it. You can either see me sit still or you see the mouth go up and down. That's about it. One day, as I said, I'll be a real boy, and then maybe we'll look at this stuff more seriously. But if you're here now, you're basically in early access, as they call it. But yeah, if there's any support, most welcome and much appreciated. That's things apparently that can be used for people on social media. Don't quote me, as I said, this is all a learning experience, especially at this age. Everything I do that involves the computer is a learning experience, you'd think. Stuff about me. Very formal. This is, yep, old people known for their formality. Not me, though. Oh, no. I'm hip with it. Stuff. That's a new word, right? That's a word that kids use. Let me just have some focused tea. I'm getting distracted. Hold on. Hot. Burn my throat even more. Good. Oh, I have no more voice left. This is my last chance at a career talking about stuff. Instead, after this, I'm just probably talking to someone in the retirement home. Likes and dislikes is what this panel's about. Right, I remember that. Likes. What do I like? I like new stuff. This is what you'd think about an old person. You'd think the opposite. But I like new stuff. I like watching where the world changes and new inventions and technologies and ideas, and it's fresh. I think learning is one of the most interesting things happening in life. Also learning. And also, guess it? Learning new stuff. That's the combination of everything that I would like to do in life. I want to see new stuff. I want to experience new stuff. I want to learn things. And if I could, learning new stuff is even better. It's like a combination of everything you could ever want. Learning fires up the brain cylinders, the brain nerves, the brainiums, whatever's in there. What's left in there? It's not as much left in there as I would have hoped. And if it doesn't require memory, I still might have a chance. But I like to try to exercise it a little bit. If I exercise it a bit, maybe it'll last longer. And then my chess skills won't diminish. They've probably diminished for ages because I haven't had time to play or relax or anything like that. So learning new stuff, all that, fantastic. That's what I'm about. Dreaming about retirement. You might hear me wax lyrical about doing nothing. I probably actually would never do I would not never do anything. Is that enough double negatives? That might not be enough double negatives. I would never not do the brain's not going to work enough for this. But regardless, dreaming about retirement. I would love to be retired. Maybe when I'm 89. 89 might be the new 69. I don't know. I thought 79 I would be well in a retirement home by now. But look at me go. Still working. But I will dream about lounging on a beach, relaxing, playing golf. That's a thing old people do. Not me. The knees won't let me, but and also it costs a lot of golf's not a cheap hobby. I say as someone who has a VTuber, the cheapest of all hobbies. Well, I mean, this was pretty cheaply done, but I appreciate that. Having a nice conversation. Old people, me especially, love to talk. I love to talk. I thought for a lot of my life that I was an introvert. And I was like, well, I just like having, some time for myself at home. But when you think about the vertness of people, the vertices, the vertexes, the intro versus extro, whatever that is, I thought I was an introvert because I liked being at home by myself. There's fun things to do, like TV and, games and books and all these great stuff. And just relaxing, having a sleep, going for a walk, all that sort of stuff. Hello, thank you for turning up, the Hustler Felsen. Hello. And yes, I love a chat because I'm old and old people love the chat. And this is the thing I noticed. As I got older, I actually get more energy by talking, which is what an extrovert is. I thought I liked my own company, but apparently what I didn't realize the whole time is that I actually don't like my own company. I like other people's company. I like talking to people about stuff, and that's where I hope to get a little bit out of this in the streaming, because I could just yammer and waffle and meander and whatever other words you can use to describe the mumbling that I do for probably a long time. And it gets me energized, which is great because I probably should be in bed, and this is going to keep me up longer than I should be. But yeah, it's just the way it is, hey? Going for a walk, I mean slow walk. I wish it was fast. I used to have some speed to me, could get to the shops in a reasonable time. Now it's much slower, very slow to get to the shops. No speed here at all. But walking, very important. Doctor always says do some crazy number of steps every day. Like a really crazy number. They're like, yeah, do. I swear, different doctors are like, yeah, 10,000, this one. And then one doctor says, oh, no, 7's okay. Then another one says, no, you want to do 15,000 steps a day. And gosh, that's a lot of steps. But it is nice to do. Good for the brain. All of this is good for the brain, hopefully. Dreaming, conversing, walking, learning, all good for the brain. And by golly, it's the thing that I still have hope for surviving a bit longer. And tea. Let me just have a sip of that now. I wasn't a tea drinker for a long time. I am having to grow into a tea drinker because it helps soothe the throat. That's the main thing. I don't care for the taste. Maybe I'll find something eventually I care for. Actually, this is not bad. What is this? And who bought it? Peppermint and green tea. Wow, that's an interesting combination. Actually, it's really that might be the first tea I like. I've just cottoned upon it on the first stream. It's just good luck. I have another sip. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh, that's a good tea. All right, I don't like tea, but I might have finally found it. Hooray! This is already the most successful stream of my life. Well, and also probably the first. Well, the first once I get rid of those early test streams, because then they don't exist. So watch them now if you want to see what's going on a little bit before this. But let's just act like this is the first stream, and I totally didn't test and break everything for the first week, and then have to take a week off, and then try this. Actually, what, 2 weeks off? Whatever it was. Way too many weeks off. Dislikes. Yeah, I got some of those too. Old stuff, getting old. So let me just focus on the old stuff bit first. Firstly, old stuff. This is a common, I don't know if it's a common stereotype, because also everyone does it. Me included. I just try not to waffle about it, but it's very easy to be caught up in nostalgia. Oh, it's so easy. Especially when you've got 79 years of nostalgia. Well, not that anyone really remembers their first few years, and once you hit 79, the rest is a blur anyway. So what little memories you do hang on to are usually either very important or really strangely mundane, but somehow seem important to you now. I don't know how it works. Brains are strange. But old stuff, I mean, we've moved on so much, you know? Like, I have fond memories of talking to people on the telephone, on the landline. But I appreciate the mobile phones. I remember sending faxes. I appreciate that I can send photos of stuff now, or whatever it is. Like, just I can push buttons, and it's like that. Like, just click your fingers. Floppy disks. Do you remember having to use floppy disks to store anything? You couldn't store photos on. Like, there's no photos. Digital photos weren't a thing. I mean, what did you put on your floppy disks? You put on some Microsoft Word documents. Yeah. That was bad. You wrote a letter on your Microsoft Word document. You gave someone a floppy disk. That was it. Sometimes entire video games would fit in the floppy disk. Nowadays, gosh, I can't even imagine a video game under, what was a floppy disk? Like 1 meg is small. I have a bad memory at the best of times. Don't ask me how big the floppy disk was. It's tiny. So old stuff. I will probably, without meaning to, wax lyrical about some nostalgic moments. For sure, it'll happen. But I like to try think ahead and recent. I like to try talk about stuff that's more recent. We can, you know, talking about stuff in the 60s. Yeah, it's a bit of fun, but I want to live in the now. Live in the now, not live in the past. I'm a very future-minded person. So I've been told, or so I've told myself. Maybe both. And getting old, I just like it. It's very clearly happened. I'm 79. I've very clearly, very obviously gotten very old. I've embraced parts of it. I never tried to dye the hair. Once it started falling out, I gave up. I gave up straight away. I did try shave it for a long time, but then I gave up on that too. I just embrace what little hair I've got left. The eyes, oh, they're shot. Oh, they got a long time ago. Anything to fix any of the ailments that I have, and I've got a lot at this age. They get expensive. They're not really worthwhile. They're very painful. Healing's very slow too. So getting old, not as fun. Back hurts, neck hurts, joints hurt. Eyes don't work. Can't sleep very well. It's a list of complaints. But that's why I like to live in the future, in the now. I like to just experience what's here and not just focus on the old stuff. So anyway, you'll hear me complain about being old. These are all the things about me. Features. I have features. I am very old. That's a feature. So the man upstairs said this is where you show off what you can do with your model. As I have already said, I am a PNG at this point. And I can either have a mouth closed or a mouth open. There's no other states to my being. That said, I do have 1 or 2 little features. I can, and I'm totally going to stuff this up. I hope I don't turn the whole stream off, but this could happen. But I can, hopefully, go really old-timey. That's not going to work now, is it? God, what have I done? What, this one? There we go. Hey! This is me from the 1930s calling. And as you can tell, I am even now older than I have been before. In breaking news, there is old things happening. This is what I'll use when I want to talk about how it was back in the day, and how, I mean, I'll try not to do it. I'm sure I will. How things were better back in the day. Every old timer does that. It was not true. Things were better back in the day. Yeah, when the life expectancy was, what, 30, 40, 50? I can't remember what it was when I was young. Wasn't great. Wasn't great at all. When most other minorities couldn't vote, not great. So I won't be talking waxing lyrical too much about the old days, but I'm sure I'll fall into some old time traps like that. What other toggle can I not break the whole stream with? This one, hopefully. I can put on the... Have you ever seen an old person try to use a phone? And then they're like, hold on, am I too close? That's me. I found a toggle that lets me look like I don't know how to use the webcam. Because if I ever hook up an actual 0.1 and it's linked to a webcam, you'll see that I can never get that straight. That's just... And yeah, between the eyesight and the... between the eyesight's a really big thing. I'll never probably look close enough to what I need to be. Anyway, that's my features, and I'm very old. That's all the features I come with. Not much more than that. Eventually, one day, when I am a real animated character, we'll look at what we can do then. But for now, I bop and I talk. That's about all. Life goals. I want to retire before turning 120 because I don't think, honestly, I'm going to make it. So a few years of relaxation would be nice. 120, yeah. If I see triple digits, I'll be laughing. Because I don't know what else to do after that. If I hit triple digits, I'll just have to laugh. There's nothing more to say at that point. Just laughter. And laughing makes you live longer. So if I get to triple digits and I keep laughing, maybe I will reach 120. But hopefully I will retire before then, because I just don't know if everything's going to hold out for me to work like that the whole time. I'd love to feel young again. That's why I'm here. That's why we do it. And then accept it. No, this is... Who wrote this? Oh, VTuber goals. Not life goals, VTuber goals. Right. VTuber goals. All right. So not life goals. Let's talk about what I'm going to do here, not what I'm trying to do in life. Entertainment that embraces aging. That's part of the goal. When I was planning this thing, something when I was looking around, is that you find, surprisingly, a lack of old people online. Like, there's definitely a few out there, very real, very old people, but old fictional people, we don't exist. Well, fictional-ish, I guess. I don't know. I'm a real boy behind all this, obviously, but you don't see people drawing old people or representing old people. But also, it's just quite interesting to think about and see how games and media sort of, not only are they targeted at young people, because young people are where probably the most free time is, but they're targeted to and made for them to represent themselves. So if they allow you to be old, things get a bit strange. This is what we'll experiment with as we're playing games and just doing different things. Learning new stuff and exploring more hobbies. This probably won't be an immediate goal because I've only got limited time to try stream whilst also trying to work. But I would love to use this as an excuse to keep learning stuff and exploring more hobbies, I'd love there to be, in my head, like if I could ever do collabs with other VTubers and streamers and content creators where they teach an old dog new tricks, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to prove that you can teach an old dog new tricks. And specifically, if they can teach me, they can teach anyone, especially young people and your malleable, soft brains that still work. Not me. Hard as a rock in there. A couple of brain cells still bumping around. Hopefully, if I could learn new stuff, explore hobbies, they might bump against each other. And that would be fantastic. Upgrade to version 1.0. I've talked about this already a few times. Eventually, I want to be a real boy. And that involves probably being able to move a little bit in some way. I don't really understand how that all works, obviously, because I am not very computer savvy or tech savvy. But one day, I hope to be. And at that point, who knows what will happen? I don't know what will happen in a 1.0. I don't even want to spoil or entertain crazy ideas because there's lots of considerations there. But regardless, I don't want to stay so rigid forever because I do want to exercise the body a bit too. Not just the mind. Maybe actually to, roll my shoulders or raise my arms or bend my neck. That all sounds very good. Talk to other totally real fictional VTubers. That sounds like a thing I'd love to do. They're totally real and fictional. They're just all combining into VTubers, aren't they? So, I mean, this is what the band upstairs, they call collabs or something. And yeah, I'd love to hang out and chat and yammer and yap to other VTubers or experience some experiences. Games, usually. I would wager games is usually what we're talking about. Because I like the games. I like the video games. I've actually kept surprisingly, well, not up to date, really. Surprisingly savvy or aware of video games, I guess is the best way to phrase it. I've not played a huge number, not as many as I would have liked to, because I've been trying to retire, and that's not worked out at all. So this is what's left. But yeah, I'd love to have some collaborations. I assume is what collab is short for? Long for? Short? Yes, short for. Use my amazing voice to voice a fictional character. I never really thought... I thought about being on TV when I was young and, well, at least had a full head of hair and much more handsome than this. But, everyone has that. Dreams of stardom. Nowadays, I throw those away. There's no hope for me anymore. The face... This is the best looking my face is in 2D. It doesn't look that good in real life, for sure. But the voice is still there, right? Right? I still got the... Well, not really. But maybe I would love to be able to use my voice for something. Perhaps a very distinct voice. Perhaps there's an old character in a game or a cartoon or an anime, right? Yeah, anime. I'd love to be able to be like, hey, look, Mom, that's me. And she'll go, because she probably, how old's Mom now? She's really old. she's up to triple digits almost. That's all happening too. So I'd love to do that one day. The wife would be impressed for sure. Build a community around sharing hobbies, learning skills. This sort of goes back up to the learning new stuff. This is something I would like to do a bit later too. Not something I'll worry too much about with the start because I understand building a community is some work and I'm still just learning how this part works. and then there's something called Discord or I don't know, Reddit or I don't know, wherever else you'd go for this sort of stuff. Building a community. Maybe we'll get one of those. There's like forums that people used to use in like the 2000s or 90s. Wasn't Netscape, was it? Oh gosh. GeoCities? Something like that. People used to have forums everywhere. And remember forums? They're disappearing really fast. But it'd be nice to have other people who, besides just, if people like to watch what I do, it'd be nice to try and encourage people and people who are watching this stuff to also learn new things and explore hobbies of their own. This is one of those things, especially when you're 79 years old and you've worked all your life basically, and you're still not retired. You realize that you probably should have just appreciated some of the things as they came and just tried to explore some relaxation, something that made the brain juices flow. That's why I'm streaming. This is me exploring more hobbies. Except there's a hobby that I'll probably try stick to if truth be told, because it looks like a lot of fun. But this is a future goal. There won't be a community anything for a bit, because I'm just getting started up. Oh, and of course, this community will laugh at the subtle signs of aging. That's basically it. Oh, you want something specific? Yeah, I mean, this is where, like, in the goals, a lot of people, the man upstairs says this is where people, sorry, not where people, the man upstairs said, let me try to remember, he said that this is a good point to put down things that I want to get out of, streaming and being a VTuber and all that sort of stuff. And he's like, here's some examples. Like, you could say you want like 1,000 subscribers or 500 people on in your community or $1 billion. And I said, well, retirement sounds good, but I mean, tough. I'm not really after anything specific here. If I had focus, you think if I had focus, I can't even read that sentence. That's how little focus I've got. If I had focus, you think I'd be retired by now? Exactly. If I could have a really specific goal to target, then it would have happened in real life. I would be sitting on a beach, sipping some fancy drink that I can't pronounce from another language, and it would be fantastic. 100 million subscribers? No, wait. Yes, that's exactly what I want. 100 million people listening to this voice? Content for all ages. So what are you actually going to get if you watch OldTimerVT? What? I feel like a salesman. What are you going to get when you purchase this product? I've done this. Well, I didn't do much of a salesman stint. It was sort of, not of the 79 years of different jobs, the salesman stint was very small. So it's not going to work. Not going to have any sales experience here. But for all ages, what do we got here? We're going to have old man role-playing playthroughs. That's right. What most of this channel is probably going to be about is probably, definitely, at least to start, definitely playing games and giving the old man slant with the old man energy on it. What does that actually mean? Well, I'll talk about it a bit more tomorrow when we actually do play a game, but something that you'll find, hopefully, as I play these games, is that games especially games that give you options to be old. This is the games I'm going to want to play. Games that let you be old. But games let you be old and then don't actually expect you to be old. Because there's just some things that people will say that you do not expect anyone to say to an old man ever. Just not a thing. Hold on. Quick tea sip. So we're going to take the old man approach to a few games and see how that goes, because I mean, the joints don't work. The compliments about hair, they're definitely not going to work. If they're going to ask me to look at something, that's probably not going to be as clear as it should be either. And if they're going to ask me to remember something, forget it. But if they want to talk to me, hey, I'm here to talk. Chatting about life, yeah, I mean, at least once a week, I'll do one of these streams where I'm talking to any viewers that are here. I appreciate it if they are. If they're not here, I will talk to myself for an hour or two, however long I'm going to stay awake for, probably. The only thing that'll keep me putting to sleep is probably if I don't have a focus tea, instead I have a sleepy time tea, which I might have to do. Maybe I need to make 2 teas every night. Maybe I put a tea break in the middle of streams. I do have a be right back screen somewhere in there. So maybe I need to turn it into a tea time screen. But yeah, chatting about life and all of the old people things that you would expect life to have, in a way. What else are we going to do? Oh, yes. I was meant to say what sort of vibes my content will have. Like cozy vibes, energetic vibes. None of that sounds right. Cozy? No, I'm not comfortable. I'm old. I'm in pain. But energetic? No, not energetic either. This is, once I finish this, I'm going to probably just sleep. So it's as much energy as I can get into that. The vibes, if there could be a description for it, it's confused, but the spirit is willing. I'm here to learn. I'm here to try things. I have no idea what's going on. That's the vibes. So chat can help me out, I'm sure. Other streamers, other collabs that I'll have, hopefully they help me out too. But don't expect me to understand what's going on very well. But I'm here for it. I'm here to learn. I'm here to experience. I'm here to have a fun time. And hopefully, provide some entertaining stuff for people who are watching this stuff. Oh, the future. So that's just for now. That's the content for now. That's all the focus is going to be for now. is just role-playing playthroughs as myself, which is just a really, really, really old guy. And yeah, talking about life. There's a lot of life to talk about, but we'll try to keep it focused in the recent. Future, as I said, exploring more hobbies. I'd love to try things every week. If I could learn a new skill every week, or a new hobby, or something, relaxation that I've never tried before, that'd be fantastic. Pick up a weekly skill. Yeah, I mean that's all sort of part and parcel of one kit and caboodle. Meeting other more hip and happening content creators. If you aren't me, you're probably more hip at the very least. And given I think I've got all of like 5 subscribers or something, seven subscribers on YouTube, shout out to all you guys. Probably almost anyone on YouTube is happening more than me too. So I'd love to meet people and have a chat. But that's the future. I don't expect anyone to probably sort of even take much notice while I'm just a little static PNG in the corner. One day, I'll be a voice and have a, well, not real body, but I don't want to show the real body. How much makeup I have to put on to get off the blemishes? Too much. But yeah, maybe when I'm a bit more active, can move the mouth in more interesting ways, can look left and look right. Oh wait, you can't even see my pupils. I need these glasses. They can't come off. I can't see nothing if they come off. So that's the content for now, and that's the content for the future. Schedules. Generally speaking, that's the schedule. Every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at those times listed, which for me locally is 9 p.m. I should be asleep. I really should probably be sleeping and trying to keep my health up. But then I thought, but what if I could just talk to someone? That sounds way more exciting. So at 9 p.m. my time, we'll be doing 1 to 2 hour streams. Probably depends on how much energy I have, but they won't be able to go too long because I will just fall asleep at the microphone. And I apologize if that ever happens. It might. It just might. And there's some other times for other places in the world. I guess if you have a local time that's different for you, give it a look, give it a test. I think the schedule is on Twitch, and you'll be able to see live preview live streams on YouTube. They should convert to your local time, I'm told. So that should be a way to figure it out otherwise. But otherwise, you see that all the times are the same. They're always the same. For now, at least. Unless I can semi-retire. If I can semi-retire from my job, and actually, I might change sometimes. But I gotta work. Gotta pay off all this stuff. But this week, debut stream. This is what we're doing right now. The pngtuber. And what we'll be doing for the rest of the week is being the oldest courier in the West in Fallout New Vegas. Because that show looked fun. And I'd like to experience how it would be. And how it might be as an old person. I have a feeling that no one's going to really expect the old guy. No one's going to expect the old guy to be the courier. I mean, why would he be? Shouldn't he be retired? He shouldn't be a courier. So we'll see how that goes. Typically, the schedule will be something like this every week. The Sunday will probably be just having a chat about stuff. Maybe there'll be some theme to the chat, but it might just be a chat. And then Monday, Tuesday, we'll definitely be playing the game. Wednesday is the one that I'm a bit more flexible on. But for now, at least early on, I'm going to be playing the game. Maybe a bit of chatting as well. Just to wrap up the week. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I have to rest the voice. What's left of it? I at least need that much rest. And that's the week. And also to spend it with the wife and stuff. Because she's gone to bed. Which is where I should be too. But, gotta sit down and relax and watch the shows, relax with the TV, talk about life, do all that stuff. Google's now full screen. You were full screen. That's ridiculous. That's the schedule. Is that the end of the slide? That's the end of the presentation. Hooray! That's me. That's everything you're going to get out of the old timer. Let's jump back to the just chatting scene. Hello, back here. In full, you can see the pants again. Isn't that fantastic? So I hope this debut stream finds you well. Other than the hustler Filson who turned up to say hello, appreciate that. anonymous random stranger who I can't even tell what platform that's on. That's another thing worth mentioning as well, that I was meant to mention. This is streamed on both Twitch and YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, apparently the experience is a little bit cleaner. If you're watching on YouTube, then it's there for all time as well. So if you ever miss something on Twitch, you can always go. The VODs are basically just permanently in the live tab of YouTube. Otherwise, the features right now are the same for both because I don't have any of those features that Twitch or YouTube have yet. They're all apparently related to stuff that can happen if anyone watches or follows or any of that jazz later. But for now, it probably is a completely similar experience, maybe except latency or any chat features that might be on one and not the other. So that's something you guys can do either way. So if you have been watching, I appreciate it. This is obviously just a short stream because I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Short and sweet apparently is me talking for about 45 minutes, which is about as short and sweet as a conversation with me probably gets. If I've remembered everything, I probably have not remembered everything. But that's the beauty of, that's the perks of age, is that I can make that excuse. I can just be like, oh well, I'm old. Don't rely on me forgetting any, not forgetting, rely upon me forgetting things. Don't rely upon me to remember anything at all. Because it's not gonna happen. So I probably, especially looking at the schedule, I've got the schedule still up here. Fallout New Vegas next week, I probably will need to re-tutorialize every week. Probably forget where we're up to. Hopefully not. I should make notes as I'm playing. These are ideas I'm having as I'm talking for the first time. Good ideas, right? Yeah, good ideas. Anyway, I appreciate if you have been watching this. I think I was saying my goodbye a few minutes ago, and then I got distracted. This is what's going to happen on this stream. If you're looking for focus, it's not here. I'm drinking the focus tea. The focus ain't here, though. But appreciate if you have been watching. Feel free to, whatever it is on either platform, follow, subscribe, the things, the buttons, because then you can get notifications or whatever that is. And we'll be live tomorrow with some Fallout New Vegas, and probably just spending the whole time with the character creator because I want to be as old as possible. And if I cannot look as old as possible, then what's the point? Well, the point will be to act as old as possible either way, so I'll at least be acting my age. I'm not going to put on a youthful bravado. That's long gone. I'm just going to accept all of the age that comes with, all the experience that comes with age, and tell you about how it all is. Without the nerves, because the nerves will go in time, I'm sure. This is me nervous. Imagine once I'm not. I've already been talking your virtual ears off. Your headphones, your earphones, talking your earphones off. And then we'll see how that goes when we're actually playing a game. I expect pretty well. I expect I'll probably forget to play and probably just keep talking. Maybe I'll play the game. Hopefully in there. Was I saying goodbye a couple of minutes ago? I was. Let's focus. Focus. Look at the screen and just say, thank you for watching. My name is OldTimerVT. This is my first proper debut stream as a little old PNG tuber. Emphasis on the old, sub-emphasis on the little. Probably no emphasis needed on the PNG tuber. It's just a matter of fact of how it is. I should mention the credits for that. I didn't put them in the slides because it's sort of just one person. But thank you to Naim Rico, who's on Etsy. Appreciate it. He's really captured all the wrinkles and the gaunt face, and the glasses, the sheen on the glasses, fantastic. And the fact that I can't get the button quite up. It actually, once you get too old, it pinches the throat and all the neck. Like, it's just all neck skin. Like, you can't really hear it on the thing. I can't really show it without a real webcam. But yeah, you pinch the neck folds. It's very hard. You gotta actually push them out of the way to the top button now. You have that to look forward to when you get older. Just remember me when you're older and you put that top button up and realize, ow, that hurt me. The suspenders to keep the pants up because the waist is worn away. And as you can see, I iron my own shirt. It's all exactly as it is. Although, I think I'm a little more handsome in 2D because the ear hair and the nose hair, not really visible. Fantastic. So it's the best I'm ever going to look. And all the sunspots, they're not showing either. Was I saying goodbye again? Okay, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday playing Fallout New Vegas, and I'll be here every week for a while. Hopefully until I'm, well, probably before I'm 100, but hopefully for at least for a few years? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I appreciate anyone that's watched, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.